What are you thankful for this week? It was Thanksgiving and it's still Thanksgiving in the US. So let me know what you're thankful for. In spite of everything that is going on, there are some people that we are grateful we have them in our lives. There are some strives you've made in 2024 since the year started. Have you taken your time to go through the things you wrote down at the beginning of this year? And have you taken into consideration what you've been able to achieve so far? Are you proud of what you've done this year? Are there certain things that you wish you could have achieved by the end of this year? We still have a month away. Today is December 1st, 2024, and so there is still a month away to wrap up the things that you wish you would have achieved. The most important thing is for us to be alive, to be breathing. And if it's okay if we were not able to sort of achieve all the goals we wrote down, start at the beginning of the year. We still have a whole year ahead of us. And let me know what you're thankful for. I'm thankful for you for being able to stay with the Fred Effect family. Hopefully your study abroad process or your study abroad journey is coming into fruition. Today's question for you to be able to enter the draw to be selected is: what is delaying your study abroad applications? Is it recommendation letters? Is it transcript evaluation? Is it application fees, or any other any other thing that is causing the delay? Let us know in the comment section. As you know, this is the Study Abroad podcast. On the Study Abroad podcast, we actually interact with individuals who have been through the study abroad process to let us know, how they did it and how you can also do it. Today, I have a guest on, and as usual, it's going to be an insightful session. You have to join the conversation. Click on the like button, subscribe if you are yet to be part of the family. Click on the follow button. Sorry, and you type your questions in the comment section and we'll respond to them. And to be part of the giveaway today, this is what you have to do. After clicking and then liking, you let us know what is delaying your study abroad process. Maybe you've not started. Is it that you are still in school or you're yet to graduate? Let us know in the comment section. Let me bring my guest on and we get going. Hi, bro. How you doing?
I'm a blessing. How about you, man?
There's something that I envy about you, your
Hey,
voice, like the
hey,
sound of your voice.
Charlie, we
What
pressure they
what
do
what
with
do you
this.
eat?
I don't eat anything. It's just back home in Ghana, just actually the soup, the regular Ghana food that we eat. That's all.
Is it like some people are born with radio or TV voice?
Well, for me, I would say that I kind of got into the multimedia fraternity a bit like quite an early age. So
Oh, okay.
there's sometimes growing up, my dad is a pastor, so I had
I
access to
see.
some equipment in the church. And
Oh, okay.
so there's sometimes when we are doing sound setup, before they realize, I would just pick up one of the microphone, I start playing some song with the church console, and I'm doing it. Hello, this is Fred Effect. Thank you so much for joining us. And like I do
Oh,
the stuff
okay.
like that. So the sound guy one day was like, bro, you got something, you got something. I'm like, really, really. The one I
Yeah.
went to my senior high school, that's in the Voltage in Antec. So there are sometimes that guys who come to me like, hey, can you produce this beat for us? Can you do this
Oh,
voice
okay.
over for us? And blah 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 blah. So all those things just help to, put me in that place where I have to focus and see how I can possibly try to nature it to help, like potentially, and focus on it. Make sure that whatever I'm doing with this voice that God has blessed me with, I do it perfect and I do it right.
Yeah.
So basically, it's been like that. I went into the radio, I think 2013.
I see.
2013. I've been on air for about, so 2013 till now. How many radio stations? Probably about four or five. I don't
Oh,
know.
I see. I
Yeah.
see.
The
So,
last one is here on
mm,
campus.
oh, I see. For
Yeah.
for the thousands of people tuning in today,
Hmm.
kindly introduce yourself and we get started.
Okay. So many thanks for coming here. My name is McRay Sogah. So I am an international student from Ghana. I'm currently studying the Master of Science in Computer Science, and also I happen to be the graduate administrative assistant at the Gallagher International Center, and that is the international office of the University of South Dakota. So basically, that's just something short and brief about me.
How do you end up being an international student and be working at the international office?
This is one of the questions I receive all the time. So when I came, so I'm that kind of person. I think in our prelude to this video, I was talking to you about how I started my journey. So
Yeah.
when I came, I'm that kind of person that I like events.
Okay.
I like to get involved in stuff, even though sometimes I'm shy. People don't really get it, but I like to get in to basically volunteer and support and all that. So there are a couple of times that when this clubs on campus, maybe International Club, the African Student Association, all this, I mean, basically international clubs that they're doing events, before you realize, I pick up my phone, I go there, I record some videos, I make a reel for them, I take a picture for them. And then when I came first, I wasn't having a job. I'm sure that would be a story for another time. Right. And so I went to the media department, like I went in trying to basically look for a job. And then they gave me opportunity. I remember the advisor for the radio station was like, well, we've never had an international student do a content basically there.
Okay.
So it was like, what do I want to do? And I'm like, well, because I'm an international student, I want to do a program that relates to the international community. And she was like, oh, that's fine. That's fine. So what do I want to do? I was like, okay, I want to do a program called Campus Connect, where the content will surround like the international community, basically focusing how to take off the bridge between the international community and the domestic students. Because there's sometimes that when we go out there, even for events, I love culture. I love to learn about people's culture. So I was asking myself that why is it that when we have international events, we don't see the Americans like coming to mingle with us to learn from us and also to learn from them. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do a content like that. So whilst I was basically doing all that, not knowing the international office was paying attention, I had no idea. I had no idea. So there was one time that I was just then I got an email from the director, Patrick Morrison, that, hey, man, we've been seeing this, this is and that. Would you like to, first of all, be an ambassador for the office? I'm like, okay. Yeah, so that time, the ambassadorial duties is not something that they pay you for actually, but they pay you just on orientation day. Because that one physically, they're engaging you. But for now, the job is that you are there. Students, prospects reach out to you. You help them, guide them. They ask you about student life here at the University of South Dakota. You tell them all that. And so after that, there was an opportunity. That's the graduate assistantship position. And the man was like, man, just come and do it. Just come. So I went there with no interview by the grace of God. And I got it. And since then, I've been doing that till now.
Oh, I see. All right. So if you're just tuning in, I'm speaking with McRay, and then we are streaming across the all the platforms on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok, and also on X. Tune into the McRay YouTube channel, and later on he'll be telling us about his YouTube channel because of his experience, he has gone through a lot of processes, and having that opportunity to work with an international office, he has a lot to share. So let's talk about where you're from. And where you started, a little bit of your background back home. Which university did you attend? Did you actually study computer science back home and all that?
So particularly, I'm from the Volta region.
Okay.
Keta Angloga. I don't know if we have some my people in there, but we are the Adbaja people. We are the Akpala people. So so from that place, I went to they call it Ghana Telecom way back. But now they've changed the name. So I started from the whole campus. And it was a 2-year program. I started as a diploma. I was just going to basically do my degree with them, but they told us that they were not having the number to basically continue to transition from the diploma straight to the degree. I happened to be one of the pioneering students with them. I didn't continue immediately. I had 1-year break. And I was just focusing to basically work. So after that 1 year, I had to just go to Accra, the main campus, to basically go and now do the top-up degree. So I had my BSc, that is Bachelor of Science in Information Technology.
Okay.
Information Technology, and that was way back in 2018.
Oh, I see.
2018. And then I've been having a desire that I wanted to just travel abroad and all that. I've spoken to people over here, some family people over here. I wouldn't call them direct family, but there are people who have actually promised in the past that, bro, we're going to help you just to make
Yeah.
it. But when the time came, it is what it is. It
And
is
I
what
think
it is.
maybe that's another conversation that, you know, and shout outs to the uncles who were
Charlie, Charlie,
promising
Charlie,
us
Charlie, Charlie.
that we should go and get a passport, take a picture to send it to them, and they are going to help us. We are still
I'm
waiting,
telling
right?
you, Charlie, it
Shout
was
out
it
to the
was
uncles and
heartbreaking.
aunties. I made a post on Facebook like that. Like, shout out to them. At least they gave us some hope. It looks as if, people think you need to know somebody, have a
Yeah,
family member abroad
yeah.
before you can travel. And
Mhm.
for some of you that have the opportunity to have some uncles, is even a flex back home that,
Yeah,
my uncle they Yankee. You.
it be lie.
So even if you go buy a shoe for yourself,
Yeah,
you say like, oh, they brought it to me.
yeah,
You know,
Charlie. It's been a hassle, bro. It was that bad. Like till date, I've never received a single text, a single call. I'm not trying to paint anybody black
right.
bad, but I'm letting the people, our viewers particularly, to know that there are ups and downs in these things. They
Hmm.
are promise and fails, like or failures, whatever it
Yeah.
is, in all these journeys. People are going to tell you that I'm going to be there for you
Hmm.
24/7. Whatever you need, you have my phone. Distance is not a barrier.
Right.
They will tell you all that, but man, when the real situation come and then you find yourself in there, that is when you get to know who is for you and who is against you. So basically, all these people I thought were going to be part of my journey, nothing like that happened. So I started all this process within the COVID season. I think I started first with Illinois State University,
Okay, we'll
and then
come to that. I
okay,
wanted
okay,
I
cool.
wanted to get your take on,
Mm,
having the opportunity to be here.
mhm.
Why do you think that maybe people could promise back home that, oh, you are my family member, I will help you, but I'm unable to? Do you think that it's not as rosy as people
Yeah,
make it seem?
yeah.
Or what do you think might cause that?
So I wouldn't know what exactly. There are other factors that
Yeah.
may account or may get to that level.
Hmm.
I remember one of them was telling me that, hey, I had a lot that I wanted to help you with, but
Yeah.
everybody would probably put the reason to the COVID. It was
Hmm.
like when the COVID came, uh, I had to lose a lot of things. I wasn't going to work, and a lot of people had to resort to sometimes working from home. Now there are a lot of artificial intelligence that can help you to do stuff. So the amount of work or hours that I used to do in the past,
Hmm.
uh, I don't do that anymore. And
Right.
so my income level has actually reduced. And these are
That's
people that you can't just pick against them because you didn't give them the money they wanted to support you with. It's out
yeah.
of their own willingness that they wanted to do this with you. So that sometimes the thing go bash you, like you go bash you, but what can you do? It's not your money. So they have a lot of reasons. Some of them is because of family. Some of them, I mean, the whole lockdown, just staying at home without working. It's
Mhm.
been a lot of things. But there's some of them that I know that Charlie, I know that they were lying. I know
let's
that they
let,
were lying, but
let's hear from you in the comments. Is there some, uncle somewhere that promised you that by now they are supposed to bring you here, as travel abroad, but it's
yeah.
not what. So
Oh
we
God.
are promising you that the study abroad route is for
Mhm.
everyone, and you can also do
Correct.
it. So that's why we
Correct.
are having this podcast to explain to you
Mhm.
how the process is done, so that you don't
Mm.
necessarily have to rely on anyone. So walk us through, when did you graduate from? Is it Ghana Telecom
Ghana
University?
Telecom, yeah, but I think they've changed the name now to, is it Ghana Communications Technology University? School back,
Okay.
they will change the names.
All right. And when did you start the process? How long did it take you before you finally ended up in the US?
Hmm, about time, bro.
Yeah.
So when did COVID actually start? I think, was it
Um.
2021 there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
2020, 2021.
yeah. So it was around that area. So 2020, 2021. So that was when the whole thing started. I was
Mm.
basically doing this thing with my friend. My
Okay.
friend that I had to go attend a wedding for this past weekend. So
Oh, okay. Shout out to
he
him.
yeah. So he came. I remember I was in Accra before he came. The first
Hmm.
one, Charlie, the guy came. He didn't even tell me he was coming for visa interview. He just came that he was coming for some job interview, whatever it is. And that morning, bro, they bounced this guy. Like,
Wow.
he never told me. So the second time, still he didn't tell me he got his visa. Then I was like, bro, I got my visa and all that. So that thing ignited the thing in me. I'm like, bro, I need to make this thing now happen. In the past, I've just been talking about it, but
Yeah.
just basically the step, because I've heard people saying that, Charlie, the journey is tough.
Hmm.
And if you get admission without a scholarship, just forget it. I mean, all the stories that you hear from all over, it's as if they are set to just bring you down or to
Right.
demoralize you or stuff like
Yeah.
that. But
Yeah.
it gets to a point where you need to get up on your feet and tell yourself that if this is what I wish for, I got to work towards it. You have to, no matter whatever it is. So, um, I think I put in my first application to Illinois State University and I got admitted. So at a point in time, I even got enrolled in an
And
online class.
which year was this?
That was around, yeah, so 2021. 2021.
Oh,
Yeah,
so you graduated in 2018 or
18.
20, and then
2018.
okay,
Yeah,
and then you started the
2018.
process.
Yeah,
You started the process which year?
in 2020, 2021.
Oh, okay. So after
Yes.
national service and all that.
Hmm.
Now, one thing I always ask anybody is what ignited your interest to study abroad? You're done with
Hmm.
school, you're working, things are better. Uncle, aunties are abroad, they want to come and pick you. So, what actually, for somebody listening to us now, what
Yeah.
actually ignited your interest to want to study abroad?
The first thing I would say is the better education system.
Right.
Because back home in Ghana, I realized that or our people are basically our leaders. There are certain things they shouldn't toil with. There are certain things
Mhm.
they shouldn't play politics with.
Yeah.
Number one is health. You don't
Hmm.
play politics with health. And it's a huge resource for every country. You don't play
Yeah.
politics with it. Number two thing is education. You don't try it, because the things that the earlier people thought of before they constituted that, they saw that everybody saw that it was working. But you got to a point, I'm sure you can tell that even SHS, somebody came, was like,
Yeah.
can we make it 4 years now?
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
another political party came.
Mhm.
Can we change it back to 3 years?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then now we have a whole free education
So, did you
system
do
that,
3 years or you did 4 years?
bro, I did 4 years. I started
Okay.
2011 with President Kufo, former President
Yeah.
Kufo. So I did all that. And so after that, then I think the NDC came, and then they also had to switch it back. Then university, they were trying to change the resumption dates,
Mhm.
vacation dates. So now the whole, even senior high school, it's like people go for, like, they go to school for 2 weeks. They come back. They stay at
Yeah.
home for about 3 months. Like,
That's true.
nobody knows what is happening. So what are we working with? And so, bro, I sometimes I have friends over here that I speak with, and when I tell them, they end up laughing at me. Like, what is happening? Why are we doing that? So personally, I wanted to experience that. I wouldn't call it best, but a better education
Mhm.
thing for myself. I wanted to experience that. I wanted to get to that terrain or that environment that I have the resources. For example, if I am learning coding right now, or I'm doing data analytics, I
Mhm.
want to get to a lab that I have a good computing, or a computer lab that I would, the lab professor wouldn't tell me that, oh, our computers are not working today.
Yeah.
Can we do it next time? No, I want to experience that. And when I'm doing AI, I want to go to those informatic labs that I can
Mhm.
see how people are building this. I wanted to basically experience this for myself. I'm
Yeah.
tired of watching them on the news channel, CNN, the BBC and all that. Like, I want to feel it myself. And also, I wanted the opportunity,
Yeah.
because whatever that Ghana, when you do a national service, or no, let's say not even a national service, when you practice, let's say computing, or you're doing Master of Science in computing, and then your national service, they can even repost you to a field that has nothing to do with ICT, basically. Maybe
Like
to go
myself,
and oh,
I
really?
went to teach at Boleban Boy.
What did you study?
I studied economics back in UC.
But you went to teach.
Yeah,
So you see that
I was teaching English, ICT, and what? English, ICT, and so there was some other subject. Yeah, at Boleban, but that was where I was posted.
you
Anyway,
see that
but yeah, I
you
agree
see
with you.
that. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I wanted to come and basically go to a field where I can basically practice what I've learned or what I've studied in school and stuff like that. So I wanted the best education or a better education, and I wanted a better opportunity where I know that if I pay my tax, number one, I can even see the value of the tax that I'm paying for.
Right.
And then there are times that you can even file for your tax and get some returns and all that. But
Yeah.
Ghana, who are you even going to complain to? No, you tell me, Fred. Who are you going to complain to? Like nothing.
All right.
So I wanted a better experience. Basically, that's it.
Great. Let's talk about you mentioned that you had a diploma. Is that what you said? Like that's
Yeah.
what you got in 2018.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean that you applied, and if you're listening to us from a different country, a diploma is like an associate degree in the US. So this is supposed to be 6 semesters or 3 years, correct?
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean that you applied directly to your current university or the universities you are applying to directly with the 6 semesters or 3 years of transcript.
You mean here in the US?
Yes.
No, so after the diploma that I wanted or that I had, I went ahead to do a top up.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did a top up and I had to apply with just the degree, not like diploma.
So how many years and semesters did you have?
4 years. So 4 years. 4 years.
So you had a top up for 4 years?
No, a top up for 2 years because the diploma was also 2 years, and then the top up was also 2 years. So everything getting to 4 years.
And a lot of people have the same qualification, and mostly they are confused about how to apply. So I'm glad to have you here. So was that done in a different institution or the same institution?
It was done in same institution, Ghana Telecom at the time. Yeah.
However, you were awarded a diploma transcript and certificate, and after the top up, you had another certificate and transcript indicating your degree.
Correct.
Now, walk us through, how did you combine the two of them to apply to the universities? Did you go through evaluation? How did you do it?
Okay, so after the diploma, as I said earlier, I went to the main campus to finish. Initially, I was going to continue at UPSA. Okay. I was going to continue, and then they wanted me to rather do a 3-year top up. I'm like, no. So I had to go back to my mother's school because they were just going to give me 2 years. And so what happened was that after that, I requested for the transcripts because it was same institution. They were able to give me the 4-year transcripts. So 2 year for the diploma, and then 2 year for the top up.
Oh, you mentioned 3 years initially. So it was 2 years. Yeah, you mentioned 2 years. It was 2 years for the diploma, not 3 years.
2 years. No, 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah. No, normally in Ghana, when you do 3 years, some of the time it's like the HND vibes and stuff like that.
Right.
But this one is just a university diploma, like 2 years.
Okay.
And then the 2 years also in addition, that is with the top up. So I had the 4-year transcript that I just applied with. I did no evaluation. I did because my school, they have some sort of internal team that they will basically do that. So we don't automatically, or the office does not automatically request the students to do the evaluation. We will only do that when we don't understand something. Because there's some grading scheme from other schools that the clarity wouldn't come to us automatically. So when we realize that no, this thing isn't clear to us, then we can ask you. You would have to submit an evaluated transcript for us to now understand, okay, this is it, and this is it. And so basically, that's how it went.
And we'll talk about your school. Normally, I'll share the screen for people to know the university we are talking about, letting you know that the people have actually applied to those universities. They are studying there, so you can also do it. So because of the experiences of McRay, he shares his journey on a YouTube channel. How do you pronounce your name? I don't want to mess
That's it.
it up.
So McRay Sogah.
McRay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So and what does a Sogah means?
Do we have a meaning for that? Sogah. We don't. I've never asked my dad what it means, but if I want to split the words and probably try
I
to,
actually initially thought you ever.
yeah, I am. So
You are
people will
part
call.
of a Padga.
Sorry, say that again.
Part of a Padga.
No, 100%.
100% ever.
100% water.
Okay.
No, I have no tribe connecting to uh my beautiful Gun people. No, nothing
Okay.
like that. So it's just McRae. So guys, somebody would say it means a big thunder or whatever it is, but I don't
Oh,
know. Yeah.
I see. So go to YouTube and search for McRay and then space Sogah and then subscribe to the channel. He shares his journey there. Imagine getting somebody who has gone through the process and also works with the international office that you might be connecting with even before you apply to the school. So we will share the university. Tell us why should people subscribe to the YouTube channel?
Okay, I have a couple of reasons why I think people should, our beautiful people or audience should actually try to subscribe and get on this channel, get hooked up to it. Why? Because a friend of mine once said that for you to move forward, when you anticipate to be at a certain place, try to connect with people who are already living your dream. They are already living your dream, and then you get to know how did they do it.
Yeah.
How were they able to do it? That's the main thing. So on this platform, I believe that I also have some sort of incredible stories that I went through. I went through myself. I know what it means to be denied before. I know what it means to now start the whole frustrative journey all along. And now, by the grace of God, you're able to now nail it, to now get your visa approved. I've been there. I've had my visa refused in another international country. I've shared all those experiences because I know that people going to Benin, Guinea, Sierra Leone, Kenya, East Africa, basically, and other, maybe, I don't know if they go to Nigeria for it, but basically other countries just to get their visas approved. But sometimes it turns out negative. But how was I able to, excel through that? I shared all those journeys, and this is a platform that I also seek to connect with other students who are already also living people's dream or wishes and all that. So some of them, for example, I recently had an interview with a student who came here with the Empower loan. I never knew that was a big deal for people. So when I did that interview, then people started reaching out, blah, 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 and all that. How can I even talk to this visa officer that I have a loan? I'm taking him to school. I've never had anybody sharing anything like that. But this platform happens to have some of those contents that you can just sit at the comfort of your home and just watch, basically try to learn. One thing I tell my people is that I'm not doing this whatever I'm doing because of the fame. That is not the intention. I want this platform, anytime I'm uploading a video, I pray to God about it. I'm like, whatever that people are going to watch on this channel, let it provide, number one, life. Let it provide hope to people. That somebody who has tried this before and is probably frustrated, ones like me, after maybe by the grace of God, you just jump on this video and you watch it. That hope should just get ignited. That if he is able to do it, if she is able to do it, I can also make it. I can also make it, basically to provide hope to people. So that is just the whole idea, the whole context that this channel has been created, basically.
Yeah, so please go to YouTube, subscribe to McRay Sogah. Later on the program, we'll share the link and then you join us. You ask MC your questions as well. And before we sign out, we are going to put out the social media platforms. Do you want to get in touch one-on-one with MC? He's going to show us how you will be able to do that. But I'm going on with with our session, let's talk about some of the universities you apply to, and what I'm going to do is that I'll be sharing the website of those universities so that people can also check them out. So what's the name of the current university you are?
So that is the University of South Dakota.
People say South Dakota is very cold. Why do you end up in Dakota though?
Should we get into the story?
Yeah.
So yes, it's actually a cold place, but man, there's some times that whatever you have to go for it. You just have to go for it, no matter whatever it is. If this is the pathway for you, you got to go through it. There's sometimes the processes are hard, and at the point in time I was telling myself that
Mhm.
the program I'm going to pursue at the University of South Dakota is a 2 years program, and I believe that I'm not going to die in the 2 years. America is big, 50 states. I
Yeah.
mean, after this 2 years, I know God has blessed me with a long life that I can navigate, go to these places and all that. So it's not that I'm going to be here all the time. It's just a period of time. So sometimes
Being an
I just
Yeah, being an ambassador as well. Tell us about the
yeah.
school. Sell your school. Talk to us about it. Why, where is it located? Tell us
Yeah.
what we should know about
So
University of South
so
Dakota.
the University of South Dakota, number one, it is the flagship university of the state. When you're
Okay.
looking out for the flagship university uh, of the entire state, it is USD. For
Mhm.
me in particular, that was one of the reasons why I decided to settle for this. That was
Okay.
one of the reasons why. And then it is located in Vermilion. Vermilion is not a big campus, or a
Hmm.
big community, I should say. And that is where the main campus is located. We have another campus also at Sioux Falls. They also offer other programs, but
Okay.
here most about maybe 100 200 plus of programs are offered here at the university. That is at the main campus here in Vermilion. And so when it comes to this question of concern to a lot of international students, affordability,
Hmm.
this is one of the most affordable universities that you can
Oh,
ever apply to. That also played a huge role in my selection, in my conclusion of the university that I want to go to. Because I remember I had admission to one school called University of New Haven in Connecticut.
okay.
So I think they gave me about 1,000 or something like that scholarship,
Hmm.
or Dean's Award or whatever it was. However, I never received anything from University of South Dakota at the time. But
Okay.
when I did the math and I deducted whatever they gave me at New Haven, the deficit that was remaining, it was still more than
Hmm.
what I had to pay for USD.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, let me just go for this. So basically, it's the location for me. Particularly, they're not. We don't have a lot of things here that can, I would call it, to distract you as a student. Because
Yeah.
me, I'm a type of person, I told you earlier, I like to go for events and do this and do this and that. Assuming McRay got himself located in New York, in
Hmm.
California, only God knows what will happen. So the community has tamed me, like basically the to focus and do what I'm required, or what I came here to do, basically. So those are some of the reasons why I'm like, well, let me just go for it. I remember when I told my people earlier that I'm coming to South Dakota, I was like, hey, you didn't find any place in this America you want to go to. Hey, you want to go to? But yeah, basically, those are some of the things why I chose University of South Dakota.
We have close to 1,000 people watching us across our social media platforms. We are also live on the MC Ray YouTube channel. Please subscribe. And live on the Fred Effects YouTube channel. We're also live on Fred Effects Facebook platform, on X, and also on Instagram. This is how you can also contribute to the program. And we will end up every week. We select one person who will go through a giveaway process. And for this week, for this session, if you are being selected, we'll connect you with MC Ray. And MC Ray has a mentorship program that he takes people through, that he would explain to us how you can sign up. When people who have been successful doing something are able to tell us how they did it, it will make it easier for you and I to follow. I keep on saying this. And so he's telling us some of the universities he applied to. We spend a lot of time on University of South Dakota because that's where he's currently schooling. And so what are some which other university did you apply to? You also mentioned University of New Haven, right?
Yeah, in Connecticut, I applied
Okay.
to Illinois State University.
Okay, let's take it one after the other. I
Okay.
always want to share the screen so that
Okay.
people will follow.
Yeah.
So University of New Haven.
Mhm.
Let's backtrack a little bit. University of South Dakota, based on the search I just made, have about 99% acceptance rate. New
Mhm.
Haven has about 91%
Mhm.
acceptance rate. And then you said the next school was what program was it in University of New Haven?
It was also computer science.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
it was
you were
also computer
targeting
science.
computer science throughout.
I was targeting computer science throughout. Why? Because my background was in information technology. So I just wanted to upgrade in something like a relatable field or something like that. So that's why.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we've spoken about University of New Haven. It's located in New Haven, Connecticut.
Correct.
Good. And which other university, bro?
Illinois State University.
Okay, let me quickly search for that. Where is it located?
It's located somewhere close to the downtown in Illinois.
So it's located in Normal.
Normal.
Illinois.
Yeah, correct.
And then the acceptance rate is about 86%. So this is the website of Illinois State University.
Yeah.
I interviewed Anne. Anne is currently a PhD student in University of Kentucky here. So she also schooled at Illinois State. It's a beautiful campus. I love Illinois State University.
It is.
Yeah.
I was supposed to continue with this school, but so I told you that I actually enrolled because this was the first school that I got. So I actually enrolled in an online thing those days that COVID was in session, right?
Oh, okay.
And so at a point I had to just stop it and rather defer. And I was hoping to just continue with the school, but when I deferred to the next semester, guess what this school did? This school now added more things to the requirement.
Oh, okay.
Bro, I was like, what the heck?
In terms of more things to the requirement, in terms of classes or money, what is it?
They added GRE to it.
Oh, okay.
They added GRE because at the time I wasn't having anything like GRE. So that was one thing that made me also to apply to the school. Then in the deferment period, then they added GRE that I have to now write GRE for me to get upset. I'm like,
if you have already gained admission, why then?
Exactly. I got so much agitated. I'm like, why would I send an email to them? But they're like, there's nothing they can do. I'm like, bro. So I changed from this place again to now University of Colorado, Denver.
Okay. Let's check out University of Colorado and
Denver. Yeah.
I don't know, for some reason, Colorado and Utah are the most beautiful states I have been to.
Really?
Colorado? Yeah, Colorado is beautiful.
Did you go to the mountainous area like Boulder or Denver?
I was all the way driving through that Utah, Colorado, and then Arizona there, bro. All right. So there's actually a lot of campuses when it comes to University of Colorado. We have the Denver campus, we have the Boulder campus.
Yep.
Right. So you applied to the Denver one, right?
The Denver one, yeah.
Okay.
So I started the application to Boulder, but I just didn't finish it, actually.
Awesome. So this is the website of University of Colorado. As we are mentioning the name of the schools, please be writing them down. When you're done, go and search for them. Normally we want to teach people how to fish, not to fish for you, right? So there are a lot of universities, about 50 states. So as we are mentioning, that, okay, people also apply to some of these schools. And before you realize you'll also be here, then it looks like you applied to more schools. Did you get application fee waivers for them, or you have to pay application fee?
No. I had nothing like that, bro. I had nothing like that.
Oh, okay.
Nothing like that.
All the schools you applied, you paid an application fee?
I paid everything. I paid them. So in all, let's say New Haven, Illinois State University,
right,
Colorado, and then this place. So all in all, that's like 4 schools.
Okay. So that's the end, or we still have some schools to show?
No, just this 4 schools. Just this 4 schools. Yeah.
I see.
There was one. Hold on, I just remember there was one. Is it Northern something University at the time?
Northern Illinois?
Probably no. Probably I think it's in Massachusetts or something. So I didn't get admitted for that. They sent me an email that there was some sort of competition for that program, and they wanted just a specific number.
Is it Northeastern?
Yeah, I think it's Northeastern. Okay. So I didn't get admission for that because they said the competition was high. They needed just a particular number for whatever it was. So I didn't even think about it anymore.
Right. So this is
Yeah,
the website of Northeastern University
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
It's a private university in Massachusetts. Mostly they waive
Correct.
application fee for
Uh,
some of their programs as well. So
mm,
this is Northeastern University. Right.
hmm
So with all these schools that you applied for, knowing what you know now, what would you
hmm
have done differently? So if you're supposed to advise younger MC Ray, what would you
Yeah.
have done differently?
Sorry.
Are you
So
good?
what would I have done? Number one, I would have applied on time.
Okay.
That is, bro, that's the first thing for me, because I
Right.
remember there was a time that getting I-20, my head was aching me, because I'm like, this people in this office, is it that they don't understand that we need this I-20 on time to basically
Start the
apply,
process.
like hunt for dates, like,
Yeah.
and not knowing. I wasn't even paying attention to the deadlines and stuff on the
I like
website,
the word you
like,
use, hunt for date.
bro, because there are several times that the embassy website blocked me out.
Wow.
Yeah, I got blocked up because of the system. I don't know whether if they had some algorithm or some AI behind it that would see that when you're trying to put pressure on the system a bit, it's like a phishing thing. So they blocked me like 2 times. So in about 24 to about 48 hours, I wasn't
Yeah.
having access to it. I
Wow.
wasn't having access to it. So there's sometimes that you go. So bro, hey Charlie, it was frustration. AYA. It was like it was like a big thing. It was a big thing. You go back home thinking, God, am I getting a date? Am I going to defer? Because everything is so the English proficiency. I wrote a Duolingo. It has to
Mhm.
do with just like 2 years or something. So when you keep on deferring without not getting date, it's like when that thing expires,
Yeah,
you now
right.
have to start all over again. So you go home thinking, is this dream going to be a reality for me?
Mhm.
Is this going to work? So the frustration was just, it was just too much. So I would say that timeliness, if I want to go for 2025, by now I should have my application in. Like my
Mhm.
application, I should even have my decision letter by now. So that
Yeah.
probably by because my office, we issue I-20s in about 10 to 15 business days. So let's say in the 2 weeks time, I should have my I-20 just hunting for dates, whatever that I want to go. If it's gonna be in Ghana, if it's gonna be Ivory Coast, if it's gonna be Dubai, South Africa, by now I should be hunting for all that all year
Mhm.
through. So that would be the first thing. And I would have also studied hard. I would have studied harder so that I'll make some high. I think I came in about maybe 3.1 or so GP or stuff like that. I want
that's,
to also
that's
believe
that's
that.
something I want to ask because you
Uh-huh.
mentioned having a 2-year diploma
Yeah.
and later on, was it a continuous process for you? Like, which year did you graduate from the diploma and which year did you start the bachelor?
So I think I started the diploma in 2013,
And
right?
graduated in 2015?
2015, and I had
Uh-huh.
a break for 1 year because I was
Okay.
telling you that they wanted us to. So we were going to continue and do the entire degree, but they
Mhm.
said that they were not having the number. For example, I think we were just about 6 or 7 or so in the entire class because we were the pioneers of the program, right? And so they were like, they cannot run a degree with just this number of people, for example, 6 or 5, and then you
Mhm.
have like shipping in lecturers, maybe from Accra, all the time coming, and you pay the transport, give them a place to sleep, pay them. Like the number isn't encouraging enough.
So,
So
so my follow-up question to that
mhm,
was, how then were you able to get an overall CGPA, knowing that the diploma CGPA was calculated differently from the
mhm.
top-up CGPA? How then were you able to put them together to get a single CGPA for your
so
bachelor?
so this is the thing, right? Ghana
Mhm.
Telecom at the time, they were not a fully instituted school in the sense that we are affiliated to KNUST.
Okay,
So KNUST also does CWA.
that's true.
So that is what we also do. So
Mhm.
there's this free how do I call it, CWA conversions to GP and
Mhm.
stuff like
Mhm.
that you
Mhm.
can actually
Yeah.
do. And so for me also coming to this place, I had some privilege to also work with international office and stuff, so I
Mhm.
have some idea about, okay, this is how this thing went, so this is what I got, blah blah blah, and all that. So basically that's how it was. So I wasn't having a GPA stated on my transcript. It was,
Mhm.
I think we call it cumulated weighted average,
Yeah.
CWA. So that's
Yeah.
what we had. So basically that's how it was. So from the same thing, from the diploma area, and then
Mhm.
we continued from the degree area. So I just I don't know how the computation team over here, I don't know how they worked around it, but I just got to know that this is what I got on a convention of 4.0.
So when applying to these universities, right, they ask you to enter your academic credentials. What do? You state your university, and that's a good one. Like your transcript has your initial university or the affiliated institution. What
So
was on it?
that's a good one, right? So the transcript has my mother university, that is Ghana Telecom. But the certificate, the degree certificate, was issued by KNUST.
But does it still have, the mother university's name on the certificate, or
So
it's
that's
only
the thing.
KNUST?
No. So it says that, so it has the title brand of KNUST on there, but they said degree awarded at Ghana Telecom University or whatever it was. So it actually shows that, they have some sort of professional or formal relationship that they've been working out with or stuff like that. So that's how it happened.
When applying to the school, do you enter KNUST or you enter the mother university?
No, the mother university. You can't enter because it wasn't KNUST that you learned at. So you needed to use where you spent your time at to study, basically. Just that. So this is how it works, right? KNUST is entrusting everything into the hands of GTUC. That GTUC help to teach and train these children or these kids or this student. And when it comes to inheritance, whatever it is, we will just give you the inheritance. But everything is your bona fide property. So the tuition, whatever you pay, is not determined by KNUST. Everything is determined by whatever GTUC or Ghana Telecom they say to you.
My follow-up question would be that when entering your academic credentials, do you do that twice, saying that, okay, I had a diploma from this year to this year, and then now you come and enter the name of the university again? So in this case, you make it, okay, an associate degree from 2013 to 2015, then a bachelor's degree from 2017 to 2019. Is that how you do it, or you put it once?
So I didn't split it.
I
didn't split it. It just so what also helped me was the fact that I had it in one school. So it was like a continuous sort of education for me. So when they asked me, I just put it there like from 2013 to 2015.
Oh, okay. So if somebody has like the diploma in a different institute, and you know how Ghana works, maybe nursing, and then you go back to UCC, how should they do it?
So that person, I would advise that the person, first of all, so what program is the person trying to apply to? Because that will help a lot.
Nursing, a diploma in nursing in somewhere Sunyani, right? Afterwards, I took a break, and now I went back to maybe UHAS, University of Health and Allied Sciences, to also do a bachelor's in nursing. How should I put it in the application portal?
So the bachelor in nursing, is it like a top up or a full 4 years that the person did?
A top up.
That is like 2 years. That is 2
exactly.
years. So this is what you can do. So you can put in your associate degree, put it in there for us to know that you had the diploma education from this university. And now for the top up to, you enter this institution that you did this 2 years as a top up to. So in all, you are probably submitting a 4-year total program. Because the degree that we want to see before we are able to gain you an admission to a master's program, it needs to go with, the law says, like a 4-year degree program.
But in this case, it's 5.
It's 5. That is even fine. Because there's some other educational system that things go like that. So in this case, because it's now 5, more than the regular thing that we want, then our office may go like, can you reevaluate this transcript?
So that's my point. Like, people do not enter the details correctly, and so it's not comprehensible to the admissions committee. And now you may not have money for evaluation, but they say go and do the evaluation.
Exactly.
So we are interchanging, and for you and I, we understand we are interchanging the diploma and the associate degree, because in the US they call it associate degree. Normally, when you say diploma, they think it's high school diploma. So when you are applying to the school, please listen to us. And follow who know road, right?
That's
this
right.
This is McRay telling you, when you are don't type that I have a diploma in this. type I have a sweet degree.
Degree, yeah.
That is comprehensible to them.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It's been a great session so far. If you are listening to us, we're still live on the McRay YouTube channel, live on the Fred Effect platforms. I'm speaking with my brother McRay. He has a lot of experience. How many times did you go for the visa interview?
Bro, are you ready for it?
Some road tire past you.
Charlie. Because the whole journey, I can only sit here, look back, and now and thank God for it. Because so I went for my first visa interview in Ghana, bro. I never saw that bounce coming. I never saw it coming. This man, there's this man they call in Ghana like the
which school was it?
Man.
Illinois or South Dakota?
No, so this was Colorado, Denver.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So Denver.
Then let's start the conversation from there. Did you get admission to all these universities you applied to, or you had some denial?
No, I had admissions to all of them. Apart from that one that I told you earlier, that they said Illinois. They needed some number. No, I think that was nothing something. They wanted just some number in the class, so they've gotten it, and that was it. So
you ended up choosing the Colorado one?
Yeah, Colorado, because you see, I'm walking through the journey, right? So I started with Illinois, and Illinois.
Did online classes and all that, you're already an Illinois student.
Sometimes at the fee they count.
Did you pay fees?
Illinois? No. So I realized that 2-3 weeks. I think you see, that's how I always tell my people to know about the deadlines. Know about the deadlines. There are drop courses deadline that you should know, that you don't pay fees. Okay. You need to know all those things. So I was particular on the website, getting to know this and that. So I think in about 2 days to the deadline to drop the course without paying, and I dropped every course because I'm like, hey, if this thing happened right now, Charlie, how am I going to get this visit? So I dropped it. So that's how come I deferred. And in my deferral time, then they added a GRE to the thing. Then the thing will bounce up. The thing will come backfire. Everything just can bounce up like that. So I had to now settle for Colorado, Denver. That's what I got. So I took this one to the interview first.
No, please relax.
Okay.
You had started Illinois. Does it mean that you had denied, that you have neglected the admissions from the other schools, or you were still holding on to them?
So by that time, I hadn't applied to the other schools.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. So there were first batch application and second batch application.
Correct. So I just started with Illinois. As I realized that one didn't work out, so I started with Colorado, Denver. Denver was doing something with me, and also started with New Haven. And New Haven and then University of South Dakota, I did them together. Okay. But as for the other ones, it was one after the other. After the other. You have to work small, get some money, then change to the dollar, apply. So basically, that's how it went. So when I went for this interview, they called this man Mr. Boardman. I don't know if you've heard of him before.
Yeah, man, he was very popular. Right now, that's changed. So I tell people that, it looks as if every season there is somebody particular. I don't want to put some names out there, but please let's just move on.
Charlie. That man. Yeah. I didn't even know if he was the one I was going to. Bro, I was just in the line. This man asked me, I think there's 2 questions. It was like, why am I going to this school? I answered, have you traveled out before? I was like, no.
That's it. Just 2 questions.
He denied me. He denied me. I was like, so I stood there, it was like a shock. I was like, no. Wait, what happened? Because he did just 2 questions.
And the amount of preparation that really goes into this visa is crazy.
You have no idea. I called my friend. Is it that friend I told you that came to get a visa before? Yeah. We are always on the phone. I was optimistic about the fact that I'm going to get this visa. I'm just going to do it. I had my hopes high. Everything was just high. So when the thing happened, it was the shock was there. You just went black out. However, you need to move out because they don't have time. They have other people behind you that are supposed to also get interviewed. So
and this is after COVID, right?
Yeah, no. So would I say after COVID? Yeah. But the COVID wasn't really because we all had the nose mask and stuff on. So, it was all those times that we're practicing social distancing. Yeah. So that thing happened. I went home. I was so angry about myself, like everything. I was first of all angry at that man because you didn't actually ask me questions like for
Oh
me
my God, no
because yeah,
way.
yeah, just two questions, bro. It was so bad. It was so bad. So I didn't want people to know that I was denied. So you know what I did? When they gave me the passport, I had my clear back. Hey, Charlie, you see the way I dress? If you see the way I dress, I had my clear bag and my passport. So when the man pushed the thing to me, so I
Yeah.
took my passport and I had to use the clear bag to cover it a bit. And I was walking out. I was meeting. Oh yeah, hi, good morning, sir. Good morning. Oh, good morning. Nobody knew. And so I had my phone. I shared this thing in one of my videos. I had my phone. You know those Guru boys. There's some people over there
They
that
make money. They make a lot of money.
Charlie,
Yeah.
they'll show you, oh, go take the passport picture over here. But those are all the people. It's like a
Yeah.
whole Fred Effect team.
It's a click, I tell you. And they're doing a great job. Shout out to them, though.
Shout outs to them. Shout outs to them.
They will take
So
your phone, you will come, everything is intact.
yeah,
It looks like
yeah,
they work with the embassy, but they don't work with the embassy.
yeah. I don't even know how. Do they have certification for that? Because the embassy should know that there are some people that are making money
And
out of
they
those
will go through
processes.
your document to know
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you're on point. They
How
made
did
me
they?
to go and take a picture. I didn't know there was supposed to be a picture. Seriously. Those guys helped me. Shout out to them. Whoever did that, God bless you.
Shout outs to them. Shout outs to them. So I
Yeah.
actually I gave them my phone, my digital stuff, everything. So, bro, when you denied me, Charlie, by that time I was staying at Ekomog Hacho
Okay.
in Accra. And you know where the embassy is. So when they denied me, I don't know what was happening to me. I started walking home. And at the time I was like, no, this work, it tire me. I can't do it. So I'm like, let me order Uber. And then I remember that, my God, my phone is not with me. I had left my phone at this people. So I had to now walk back. So man, when they deny you, it's only God who can actually help you through this. Like, so I had to go for my phone, and then the man was like, "Oh, Charlie, you have to give us something." I was like, "You two what? Can't you see what I'm going through? Can't you see what I'm going through?" Because man, number one, you working in Ghana to change this money into dollars. Number one, to pay for application fee. Number two, to pay for service fee. Number three, to pay for MRV fee. It's not easy.
It's not easy.
It's as if, like, I don't know. I think right now the only good that they're doing to us is that the service fee can move with you, but the MRV fee is a one-shot thing.
Yeah.
It's not like COVID shot. You take one, you can take another. So like it happens like that. And I'm like, what is happening? I now have to go back, spend another time working in Ghana cities, trying to accumulate some funds, and now getting back another about $180 to get for another. And so it's like you going for it. You are actually in that tension mood already, that what is going to happen next. So that happened. I went there. The guy was like, I should give him 20 cities. So I gave him 20 cities and then he gave me my stuff back. I went home, bro. I slept. Nami Dakra. I was sleeping. I slept because I locked my door. I didn't want anybody. I was staying with my uncle at the time. I didn't want anybody to come talk to me. Like denial is a terrible thing. I'm telling you the truth, because now you're even asking yourself the question. So when I go back and then they ask me, why were you denied? What would I even tell them? Because the 214B document they gave me, it wasn't explicit enough. They just said you'll be denied, you're not eligible. So what am I going to tell them? I now have to forge something. So that was the first one. Then the second one was still university.
Before you go to the next one, let me go for a commercial break. So
no problem.
The Fred Effect has a collaboration with Argo Visa. Argo Visa is a team of former visa officers that go through visa applicant document, notwithstanding the category of visa you're applying for, but because our channel is mostly focused on students, the F1 visa, M1 visa, J1 visa, either a non-immigrant or an immigrant visa, talk to a former visa officer before you go for the visa interview. So use the link I'm sharing on the screen to book a consultation or book a conversation with a former visa officer, which is the Argo Visa team, and they will be happy to prepare you before you go for the visa interview. Even if you've been refused, don't lose hope. Just like my brother, he eventually got it even after the denial. So it is still possible for you to make it. But before you go for your visa interview, I always say, talk to a former visa officer before you talk to a visa officer at the embassy. All right. I think this advert is clear. As a professional journalist, rate my advert.
You did a good job. So many thanks for coming back. That was a quick commercial break. So we just let me know if I'm sharing too much, if I'm talking too much, so that
No, it's absolutely fine. I'm enjoying the
I can
conversation.
actually just tone this one down. So that happened, man. That day I lost appetite. I remember my uncle's wife came knocking on the door. McRay, are you okay? I was like, yes. Oh, yes. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. But me now know what I was battling through.
Yeah. So that means you didn't tell anybody before going for the interview?
No. So you see, this is the thing, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Fred, you want me to talk too much? So I told my uncle. My uncle was like, oh, Charlie, oh. He said it in air, like, oh, Okoga, no, like they'll give it to you. Because he went before. And then, so he was just coming here to study something relating to his job. It was just about 3-month course or something. And then he didn't stress over it. They were like, oh, don't worry. They'll give it to you. So when the thing happened, it's like everybody knew that Charlie, the guy, because when I came back, my uncle was like, yeah. I was like, bro, it's like, oh, now, they've not given it to you. I was like, so all those shock and thing was like a dagger, like piercing through. Like, so all those things happened. So they eventually forced me to eat, which I did. And then the second one, should I go into the second one?
Yeah, we'll talk about the second one, but usually there's somebody listening to us who have been through. Sometimes if you've never been refused before, you don't know how some of these things feel.
Exactly the point.
How did you bounce back from that, knowing that some money has gone down the drain? You know, I had high hopes. I've really prepared. Just one day, and they asked me 2 questions. There are a lot of people facing similar challenge. You know that. Now they've given up on the process. What would you tell such an individual?
So, as I said earlier, if this is something you ever wanted, no matter whatever the circumstances, no matter whatever the situations, no matter the turbulences or the tantrums that you find yourself, you have to make it happen. But with God in it, it's just going to be possible for you. Whatever the situation is, no matter the number of denials, just keep the focus there. Write your vision. Write it there that this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. No matter whatever it is, just go get it. If I would basically just advise them that have your eyes set on the goal above.
Right.
Have your eyes just set on the whatever reward that you want to gain for yourself. Just have your eye set on that. And if you have that, no matter whatever it is, sometimes the denials may seem like a distraction. But look at me right now. I'm able to talk to people. I'm able to advise people. I'm able to train people on what to do and what not to do. And number 3, how to do them. Why? Because I have, number 1, I've seen the situation. I have also I've lived the experience. I've been in about 2 different embassies with 2 different stories. Like 2 different stories. So when you ask me about the atmosphere, I can tell you. When you ask me how the whole structure of the consulate is, I can describe it to you. When you ask me about how people queue, when you ask me about the pressure, I can tell you how sometimes you come there, people are in suits. They have their things printed on a pamphlet. Like sometimes your past, it's like, excuse me to say, like it's like everybody around there is mad. I'm sorry, but
there's a pastor who brought the congregation to pray under the tree. So once he goes inside, the church members were rather praying under the tree. Guess what happened? Sometimes it will feel like as if God is against you. That's why some people will
I'll tell you my story. Like, it's bad because sometimes people have the pamphlet, like when you ask me this question, I chose the University of South Dakota because I know it's the flagship university of the state. Like they have all those. When you pass this place, like when you pass this person is saying something. This person, so sometimes you hear them, and sometimes hearing those people tries to make you get scared because sometimes you hear the answers that they're whispering to themselves. It's like, hey, this answer, this answer, so can I try to basically change my
answer?
Then it is in that heat of the moment that you're trying to change your answers, and then you go in there and then you mess up. Everybody is in suit. Like, so I'm basically here to tell you about all this stuff because number one, I've seen it, how it happened, and I can personally tell you how it is. So what I'm saying is that get your hope alive.
Yeah.
Don't sit down there, no matter whatever it is, get your hope alive. If you have any question, whatever it is that you're going through, glory be to God. Now you have numerous resources. You have people.
Exactly.
Fred has been doing this. You were saying that, but for about 2 years,
Yeah.
you've been in this business. I am now.
You're a big man. You're a big man. You're still a big man.
I'm now following. You have all this entire, I want to call it conglomerate,
Yeah.
of resources just there for you. What do you need to do? Just chat us. Just chat. Ask the questions. If you are depressed, whatever it is, just ask the questions. These are people who have ever been like you. God being so good, they are now living your dream. The
Right.
best you can do for yourself is to ask them, how are you doing it? That's it.
Yeah, we'll go to the second experience, but since you spoke about, how people could get in touch, let's talk about how do people get in touch with McRay? I want to start the process. I need help. I want to go for a visa interview. I need some little bit of coaching and all that. How do people get in touch with you?
So at this point, what is there is that there's a website that is a study abroad page.
Okay.
I think I shared it with you, right?
All
So
right, let me
what you
check
can
it
do,
quick.
okay. So what you can do is that you just click on that, read the information we have over there, and then just go ahead and schedule this interview. The moment you schedule this interview, we will receive your feed or whatever it is, your request that you want to schedule an interview. Then we'll send you a follow-up message when we agree on both terms. And then we send you the confirmation of the meetings, the time, and then the day. And then we are good to go. However, I know that people may not be, because when people, when they hear schedule an appointment, it's a whole scary thing.
Yeah.
It's a whole scary thing. So you don't necessarily have to. Also quite vibrant in the comment section. Whatever question you have, just put it there. Put it there. Hey, McRay, what is this? I'll just type it there for you. What is it? But if there's some people also, their issues are quite diabolical. They are personal information. There's some stuff that they can't put in the public domain. They want to talk to you one-to-one and let you know the in-depth of their situation, what they have been going through, how they want to do it. And so people like this, you can have this time with them, and all that. I remember when I was traveling to Massachusetts over the weekend, there was one lady that was speaking to me, her mind, her everything. I was like, whoa, yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
I was having this meeting at the airport. I was in the middle of a journey, but when she spoke to me about how the things, I'm like, okay, let's jump on and have this conversation. So basically, that's it.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, this is the YouTube channel where you can share your comment and then ask your questions. So check out the YouTube channel, subscribe, and then when questions are posted there, McRay will be happy to respond to you. However, if you want to schedule a one-on-one meeting, this is the website to use. How do you pronounce the name of the website? I posted this. So this is the website is showing on the screen.
Yeah.
Releaser
Ghana.
GA.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ghana. That's it.
Releaserghana.com
Yes.
/ study abroad. All right.
Yes.
So when I go to this website, how do I navigate to schedule a meeting?
So you just read through. I'm sure when you scroll up for our people to see, when you read through, we have some information and whatever it is there. And so far as all the thing you've read there, everything is okay with you. Then you see the link over there. Schedule an appointment. Yes. Okay. So when you schedule that, it takes you to this place. That's it. So you put in your full name, whatever that you need the assistance with, anything. Basically, that's it. It's not a difficult process. It's as easy as it goes, or as it seems over there. It's not.
Okay, so first of all, I'm sharing the link on the screen, as you can see. So when you click on that link, or you can write it down, and then when you type in your address box, it would take you directly to this website. And I'm also sharing it in the comment section as well, so that you can copy it if you you want to. But you can take a screenshot of this later on, type it in the address bar of your browser. It will take you
Mhm.
directly. This is how you can schedule a one-on-one meeting with McRay. He has a lot of experience to be able to help you with the process. Go subscribe to the McRay YouTube channel as well, and learn from the best. All right, so we are going to talk about this before we end the session. So
Okay.
now let's continue with the experiences. So now you've been to the Ghana embassy. What school did you go with?
I went with the University of Colorado, Denver.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you've explained how you gained courage to go for the second one. Which
Mhm.
country did you choose to go for the second interview, and why did you change the embassy? You were trying to run away from the Ghana embassy, or what?
Charlie, I don't want to see that board man again. So. Because it's like the man was like, "Why did you choose University of South Dakota?" I said, "Man, have you traveled before?" No, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
he
know
was
this.
not
I'm like,
smiling.
bro, like the man. Haven't you met this board man before?
No,
Bro, trust me. It's like this man. I don't know. Like it was just like about 30 seconds, whatever it was, a decision was made. So
wow.
that is what people also need to understand. That these people don't have the time. So when they ask you the question, I think that you're coming to tell stories that, oh, when I was young, blah 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 blah. Nah,
There's no time, right?
nothing like that. Because when you go, the queue over there is like an anaconda. The
Yeah.
queue in if you have been to that embassy before, it is weird because I think they have a microphone and a speaker there. So when they bounce you, when they approve you, everybody behind you know that Chalakwawe, they don't deny, right? They don't deny.
There's
Yeah.
this loud, and it's so quiet inside there. Even if like somebody steps on your feet, you have to say sorry to that person.
You have to say, and everybody know, like Charlie, the tension is just some way. So I went to the Colorado University, Denver. It was the same university I had to go to the second one with.
So what changed? Funding program? What changed?
So when you ask me what changed, nothing really changed for me.
Okay.
Because I was just believing that I have whatever it needs, whatever it takes. It was just that I was just believing that the man didn't give me an opportunity to express myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was my mindset. The man never gave me an opportunity, because how can you just spend with about 20, 30 seconds and then you're able to know that I'm a qualified student or not? Like, bro, what's up?
Who does that?
Who does that? But guess what? The embassy does it.
and within those 2 questions, your 185 is gone.
Charlie, like I've never even earned that. Hey, Jesus. I've never earned $185 in about 30 seconds before, in about 20 seconds before. But the embassy made that. Like, it was that bad. And I just saw the money like, Charlie, like the money just, so it was bad. So the second one, so as I said, nothing, I didn't really do any change like that. It was the third one that I was like, no, McRay, if you need to make this happen, you got to sit down again. That's all the time that I was talking to myself.
Did you say a third one?
I'm telling you, I said if you want me to talk, I will talk.
Oh, so after the first one, there was a second denial.
There was a second denial.
Oh,
there was a second denial
at the Accra embassy
in Ivory Coast, the Republic country. Bro, so when I'm telling people that, when they tell me this, I'm like, I understand.
Yeah,
it's not lip service. I'm not just talking about it. You're talking to somebody. It's like when I'm having a meeting with you, you're not coming to give me sugar words, because this is somebody who I don't know what to tell you. Like, because man. So the second one, I went to Ivory Coast. That was the time that Ivory Coast was a thing.
Okay,
it was a thing. Like, bro, hey Jesus. So it was within the COVID season, so the borders were shut. I have videos and stuff over there that I can even show you, bro. I had to travel from Accra, went to Tadi. Then I know there were people, they took STC to Ivory Coast, but I traveled to Tadi. I think that was supposed to take us to the Elugu border, but at the time they were like, I hadn't taken my COVID vaccination. So because that time the vaccination, there were a lot of things. It's not okay, blah blah, a lot of theories, basically around it. So I was also scared. And they were like, if you go through the border straight like that, number one, you have to pay a lot. There's some soldiers there that giddy, 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 giddy. So we got to Tadi, one place that, hey, Charlie, hey.
Yeah,
we,
the Ivory Coast story, shout out to my friend. He was at Northern Illinois University.
Mhm.
He went through such stress. People were having accidents on the road and stuff like that.
Bruh.
So the same school to an Ivory Coast
Mhm.
embassy. And what happened this time around? 5 questions or just one question?
So Jesus is Lord. We went there. We got into a hostel. I just want to share this information so people know what's up. We got a hostel.
Okay.
One lady that worked as we had to cross a river. We actually used a boat from Tadi to that place. I'm telling you the truth. It was like the Galamsey kind of water that things were like that. But you wanted it, so you need to go for it. So when I tell you that, bro, I've been desperate. I have been desperate.
Right.
With no life jacket. Like, bro, I have been desperate. Like,
Is
wanted
there
to
with no
really
life jacket?
no. Hey, man. The risk that people took to just get there,
Yeah.
don't take anything for granted. That's what I would just say.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, just appreciate God. So when we got there, we got into the hostel. I remember I wasn't even used to the Ivory Coast food. Charlie, that night I prepared. I was in prayer, taking mock sessions. Like even myself, I was asking myself in the mirror when I go to the bathroom. When they asked me, bro, Ivory Coast, that was the most fruitful conversation I ever had.
Oh, I see.
The most fruitful compared to the ones I had in Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
Ivory Coast was the most fruitful because the lady gave me chance. I was talking. One chubby blonde girl Charlie. They said at that embassy, I was told that it was two, one Black American and then one white lady. Mm-hmm. So I was hoping that I'll meet the Black American so that we can talk collar to collar. But that day, this woman, this Black American too, I don't know where she didn't come to the work. She didn't come. She didn't. So it was just this white woman, this one woman. Charlie, the conversation.
So before you went there, you had heard stories. You've asked about okay, who am I going to meet? Stuff.
Basically, yeah. So ask questions because that friend of mine, I said that got a visa. There was a time that he came back to Ghana. Mm-hmm. And the visa expired. So he also went to the Ivory Coast. So he also was telling me his experience and all that. And we were actually in a group, WhatsApp group, like Journey to Ivory Coast.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yeah,
That's
we had all that. So people were sharing the information. So
and for people listening, you are not the only person going through the process. Listen,
exactly.
Initially it used to be that, when you want to travel abroad, you keep it on the low, you keep it secret until you leave, you start taking pictures. People are creating WhatsApp groups. People are having platforms that are helping. Sometimes you get to know that you're not the only person in the process at all. And some of these groups are helpful. It doesn't mean share your private stuff, but some of these groups are helpful so that, you get to know some information that you wouldn't have known if you were working on this process on your own.
Yeah, you wouldn't get to know anything like that. So just to let them know that there's a WhatsApp group that I have also there. That people in the conversation that we are having currently, we started, I think 2 days ago, getting to know. I just wanted to know the people that I have in the group. Basically, I want to know the people who are admitted to which school, the people who are admitted for which academic term, and then if they have their I-20s, if they have visa dates available, what we can do to help. So I created it just overnight. I have it was about 50 something. So
how do people join?
So how do I put it? So I made a post on that in my community platform. So you can just get there and then just, join and then have that conversation. Just join the family over there. It's just one of the millions, basically thousands of non-website like groups over there that you can also join to get a lot of things.
So this is how you can join the group. If you go to the McRay YouTube channel, normally when you go, you see the home and then you click on videos. You can also click on shorts. And then there's a live and then playlist. Then you click on community. So if you click on the community, 3 days ago, he posted join my WhatsApp group. There's a link to the WhatsApp group that you can join. So go to the YouTube channel, go to YouTube, just search MC Ray space SOGAH. Click on the community just like I'm doing. And then the link to join the WhatsApp group is there.
Yeah. So basically, that's what we have. So as I was saying, the conversation was a fruitful conversation in Ivory Coast. Like the woman asked me everything. I had a chance. I had whatever it was. Still, bro, this woman just denied me till date. The only thing that I can tell was the reason was that I think my sponsor, they are twins. So when I
Mhm.
finished the interview, it was like, who did you say was sponsoring you again? And I mentioned the name. So I'm thinking that probably I was probably confused about it, and I mentioned the twin brother. That's the only thing I can tell. That
Oh, okay.
probably that could be the reason. And I'm like, if even if that people have middle names, people have stuff like that. So if
Yeah,
I probably
yeah,
mention stuff like that, you can
yeah.
just overlook it. But till date, even the guy that I went with, he was
Mhm.
behind. He was like, the way the conversation was going, he even forgot about me because his mind is that, oh, McRay has gotten it already. So he was now focusing on himself. So listen, when I went out, this guy now went in. This guy was already having he was already enrolled in a school here online. So he was having an online admission. He was
Yeah.
taking classes before he went to have his interview. So
Mhm.
when this guy came out, he met me. He came to hug me, bro. We made it. We made it. I'm like, bro, we didn't make it.
It's only you who made
That's what I
it.
told him. That's what I
Yeah.
told him. I came back. I had my clear bag with my documents. I had to hit it. I was just trying to vent, just to take the frustration. So I hit it on the garden seat over there. Pump.
Yeah.
Like God. I remember I
Again.
called my dad, and I told my dad that now I know God doesn't listen to me. I told him, bro, this is
Well,
like a serious matter.
yeah.
My dad quickly shut me up. He was like, son, stop talking like that and shut up. Like he literally just shouted on me over the phone. Because I'm like, it was in January. Back home in Ghana, churches every day, like you're fasting in January.
Yeah.
So me too, I was thinking that actually God will see some of those things and
Mhm.
appease. Just figure, say like, like, oh, let me just give it to him. The guy I was even going with, the guy was buying food on the road, like eating. So I was like, oh God, 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 God. And I remember when the lady denied me, I went back to the hostel. The next dawn, I was on my way. And when I was coming back, the journey became longer. Hey,
Well,
the journey became longer. It was so bad for me. It
we'll
was so
talk
bad.
about the third experience that eventually got you the visa.
Yeah.
If you're just tuning in, we are still live on the Study Abroad podcast with the Fred Effect. This is the biggest Study Abroad content platform.
Mhm.
And there are a lot of things we can talk about. Guess what? We want to make the Study Abroad content such that it's inspiring and motivating. We want to just let you know that if we were able to do it, if McRae was able to
Mhm.
go through two visa refusals and yet get the visa approved, you can also do it. If the
Mhm.
Fed effect all the way from Bole Bamboy was able to make it, you can also do it. So please
Yeah.
understand that there are a couple of things we can talk about, but we want to focus our content to be more valuable and to give you the insider insights on how things can be done. I'm not going to tell you if you apply, you're going to get denied because you don't have A or B. I'm going to show you how it's done. If you have admission without a scholarship, I'm going to tell you how you can get scholarship, not to let you know that your results are bad and stuff like that. Be confident, be positive, and know that everything will be fine. So um we are still having the draw. Be part of it. This is how you can join the draw. We have about 1,000 people watching us. Only few people have clicked on the like button. Please don't do that. This has been an insightful session. So click on the like button. The question for today is to tell us, what is delaying your study abroad applications. Is it application fees? Is it transcript evaluation? Is it recommendation letters? Or any other thing? Just let us know in the comment section. And by clicking on the like button and also sharing your ideas and thoughts in the comment, you automatically join the draw. Now, when we are about to end the session, and then we have the draw. Whoever is selected, you get in touch with McRay for free for a mentorship. This is something we are going to do weekly. Sometimes we can just come here and let you know what is happening, but some people need somebody to just talk to ask questions, or to hold their hands to walk them through the process, and they will also be successful. So if you are selected today, you'll be connected with McRay, and then instead of the payment, you're going to have it for free because you tuned in, you liked, and you subscribed as well. And that person, you should be a subscriber of the McRae YouTube channel. Other than that, so let's pick some comments and questions before we move on to
Cool.
the third visa interview. Okay, so Harriet, shout out to Harriet tuning in. She's saying that the recommendation letter, bro. With all these schools that you applied to, how did you get a recommendation letters?
So one secret I'll share with these people, the followers or the viewers, is that because I had this mindset, I tried as much as possible to basically have some sort of relationship with professors way back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then my work side, I had a good relationship with my CEO too.
Okay.
I had that. So getting back to them wasn't so much of a difficult thing. The only thing was that they were like, oh, they may not have time to be writing this stuff. So let's see how we can put heads together and then write something. Whatever,
Mhm.
just send me the link. I'll just put my signature over there. And most of this signature, the way it looks like just put your full name.
Yeah.
Put your full name. So when you
Yeah.
do that, they're good to go. So I had about two. My program demanded 3 recommendation letters. So I
Mhm.
had 2 professors from my school. They knew me. I had that relationship with them. And so I worried them. Like I did worry them. So the 2 did, and then my CEO, he himself, yeah, he sat down because he knew me. He picked me up from my house and he took me to the office to work with him. So he knew
Okay.
my story. He knew my story because I first of all I had a studio in my bedroom, and then he came was like, pack all these things. Let's go to the office where you work. So he knew my
Okay.
story, and so he wrote everything. How I had command over things, how proficient I was, how influential I was, and then why at the fact that if the school gave me the admission, the benefit that the school get from me. and,
Wow.
and and
Wow.
the fact that the school is actually getting benefit because I received a lot of emails that McRay, just because we've watched your video, I've sent you my
Yeah.
application. Somebody says that she applied to 10 schools, but because of how consistent the team or my team we've been trying to provide the information, he's just going to just settle with us. And this is what people should understand, that you see, they may have a lot of application, but they are waiting to see which school that acts like they want me. That is what
Okay.
also any this advice is to any other school that will
Mhm.
probably watch this video later. What do international students think about them? Students would also come to your school just because they've seen the willingness that, oh, you want us to come there. So when
Yeah.
they send you emails, when they try to call you, when they try to reach out to you, it takes you like 3 weeks, a month to get to them or stuff like that. Student international community, they're not going to value you. They're not going to come
Yeah.
to you. So
Mhm.
they're just valuing the fact that there is somebody there, number one, not just as a staff, somebody who has been like them before
Yeah.
is now trying to explain the stuff to them. They're like, okay, I'll just come there. So I had 3 recommendation letters, and I think one statement of purpose, and I think that was all.
Anything interesting name is watching us on YouTube, and the question is, did you have to send cold emails to the professors before putting in your application? That's the first question.
What would the person mean? Cold
Like
mail.
emailing a professor. Normally that's what they refer as cold email. Like talking to a professor before, like maybe we want to be a research assistant for the professor before you apply.
Yeah. So I didn't do it to a lecturer. I did
Okay.
it to the chairman of the department. So it's like the conversation I was having with this man,
Mhm.
it was so convincing for me. That's a
Okay.
story probably maybe we'll share another day, because at some point I felt disappointed,
Mhm.
but at some point too, I had to pick myself out because you see, I, America, everything is by email. Send
Right.
emails and that. But way back at home, I just kept on calling. So this man would
Mhm.
say stuff to me. Number one, he was like, when you come, we'll see how to get you an external grant,
Mhm.
something that you can work with. That was also one of the reasons why I chose here.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I know I'm talking to not just any mere professor, not just any lecturer. This is the man is speaking to me in the capacity of the chairman of the department.
I
So
see.
all those things happened. When I came and I told the international office, at that time, they were like, okay, can we have your offer letter? I had
Mhm.
not even a single email to show that I've had this conversation with this person. So all those things
No,
just flew off. So of course I had this conversation with this man, but
it was
it
on a
wasn't.
phone call.
Yeah, most of them. Even though there were some times that when he said I should forward my resume to him, of course I did all that. So, but it wasn't so much because I wouldn't say I kind of knew my way around, but
Mhm.
it wasn't like a must for me to do at the time, because I had other students that I was also talking with, so everything was just flowing for me like that. So
So
I didn't do so
anything,
much.
yeah, anything has a follow-up question. He's saying,
Yeah.
was mentioning a supervisor's name in your SOP
Mhm.
necessary? Like when putting together your SOP, did you mention any supervisor's name in your SOP?
So in my undergrad,
Hmm.
yes, I mean, basically anything that you can do to let you know how your story started and how whoever that even has been of help to you. So,
Yeah.
for example, you were doing this project with this professor or with this
Hmm.
supervisor. You may not even know that just that name that you mentioned, maybe in your SOP. Oh, I did a research with Elon Musk. Hey, people will now they'll start thinking you
Yeah.
did something with Elon Musk, that they will not even consider what you even did just
Hmm.
because you have a relationship with
Yeah.
Elon Musk. Imagine that we have a fundraising thing and then we ask you that can you invite Elon Musk to just come alone.
Hmm.
That's the a whole thing. So I would advise that yes, mention the research you did, whatever you did, and it's even academically required that you even credit some of those people that you have worked with and the things they provided you with. So basically, I'll say that yes, go ahead and do that. Do that.
All right. So Mubarak is asking, Mr. Fred, where can I get English proficiency letter? Can I request it at a university? So you
Correct.
mentioned that
Yeah.
you had Duolingo. Is it that
Duolingo.
the universities you applied for required it, or how do you end up writing the Duolingo?
So I wrote that because of University of Colorado, Denver. They
Hmm.
wanted it, and at the time too, they provided they had some sort of waiver, something a waiver
Yeah.
code for me to use to write a Duolingo. So I didn't pay for the Duolingo.
Oh,
So
okay.
they gave me a waiver code that I used to write it. However, my school also gave me a proficiency letter.
Yeah. Oh,
My
okay.
school did that. So I had those two. The University of South Dakota, where I am right now, they never required or requested for any of those things.
Hmm.
But in my application, I just added it. It's better to send it to them as they don't need it rather than for them to ask for it and I don't have it. So I still added all those things to my application, by the way. Yeah.
Right. Did your university require an enrollment deposit?
Yes. Yes. I'm sure I'm sure all the USD prospective students who are probably watching this, they'll go, hey, let him talk about it. Let him talk about it.
How much is it?
Because
And
I think it's currently
can it be
300
waived?
bucks. Nope, unfortunately, it cannot be waived.
Okay. And how much is it?
Unfortunately, I think it's about $300.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But is applying to the university free, or there's an application fee required?
There's an application fee required. I think now it's about $38. It used to be 35, but it's not 38.
Oh,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
less expensive. And then when you gain admission, you should be ready to pay the enrollment deposit.
Okay, so it doesn't work like that.
Hmm.
The enrollment deposit, let me now explain to them. The enrollment
Okay.
deposit is a non-refundable deposit. The moment you pay it, you are not going to receive it. It's a non-refundable money.
Hmm.
So we tell students that make sure you pay it, even though there's a deadline for you to pay it, but make sure you pay it when you are settled that I'm going to only USD. You
Okay.
don't pay this and go like, oh, I've changed my school. And so
Mm.
can I have my no, it doesn't happen like that.
Okay.
So it is there. And there's some people that we understand that things may change with them. And so they reach out to us personally, talk
Hmm.
about their situations. There's sometimes that they go like, well, I'm not getting dates and whatever it is. Or sometimes they're like, well, I now have a date, but can I pay this thing after my interview and all that?
Hmm.
We go like, yeah, oh yes, we can work with you in a certain regard, also because of the fact that you have a date. But it's
Okay.
not like somebody who doesn't have a date and then you keep on just asking for enrollment deposit deferral, like
Hmm.
let's change the deadline for you. No, we better give that position or that seat to somebody who is probably having a date or whatever it is. So the best thing I would advise them is that always reach out to my office, the international office. Send us email. You can also let me know about it. When I go there, I'll try to find out if I can also follow up in person. But I'm not saying that whatever you're supposed to send to the office, then you start sending it to McRay. That
Okay.
I should go and do follow up for you. But I'm just saying that the first thing to do is to send it to the office. You can also CC me in that so that I'm also seeing the thread of the email. I can also be asking some questions from time to time, basically. Yeah.
Did all your recommenders submit their letter using institutional email? This is from Ferdinand on YouTube.
Yes. Yes, they have to do that. I wouldn't say they have to do it, but at my time, that was what happened. And also, it gives. So this is the thing, because of fraudulent actions, it's just the same thing that you may have an original transcript, but the moment it came from you with just your Gmail, your Yahoo Mail or Hotmail, it is not considered like official. So somebody can just go and create a regular Gmail and just use that thing to send a recommendation letter on your behalf. But to what extent can we accept that is an official letter? But for you to have a university professional mail, number one, you got to be a staff of the institution, and that is the only reason why you would have access to that domain and receive mails and also send mails out, basically. So that's it. So I would advise that for you not to have back and forth with the office, like, oh, why did this email blah blah blah. Just go with the professor using his or her professional email address. That's it.
Let's respond to Bruce. Bruce is asking that I'm from Kenya and University of South Dakota. Kenya is not on the list as the country they are waiving English proficiency for. Is that true? Kenya is an English-speaking country.
Yeah, Kenya. Because I currently have one student that I worked with who is currently here. I'm not sure I have a video with her. She's called Jojo on the channel from Kenya. I have it there, like from Kenya to America. So Bruce, if you have some time, just jump on that video. All the requirement that this girl met, whatever that she says, I have everything on there. You can jump on that video and watch it. But I'm not sure she's having that because Kenya is an English-speaking country. So they're part of the exempted list, I want to believe. Yeah.
What is your thought on a generic email that can be used to apply to a lot of schools? What's your thought on that, bro?
Generic email as in sending it to the lecturers, or how would we say? Because we can't use just an email to apply.
A soft copy of the recommendation is given to you and is generic, so no university is specifically written on it. So it means that if the university gives you that opportunity to upload the soft copy, you can upload it to like a lot of schools.
Okay, so this is what I did. When I was applying for these schools, I had one general one, like the generic one. However, it's just like you're applying for several jobs. Because number one, students prospectives needs to understand that schools have different missions and visions.
Yeah.
Number one, even the name of the schools, they're different.
Yeah.
So you cannot just have one thing. You need to let the people understand that among the thousands of schools that you are applying to or that you can apply to, you chose them. So sometimes you need to let them know that I'm applying to these schools because of how the department is created and also where the school is located. And then we can let them know that I believe that working with this school or attending this school is going to give me a better future because of your visions and missions too. You need to let them know about some of these things. And most of these things you can find them on the website. Yeah. So I wouldn't suggest that just have one generic one, just throwing something. No, it is best for you to narrow your statement of purpose or SOP, narrow it and fine-tune it a bit to have it personalized to the school. So that the school people, when they read, they know that this lady or this student particularly has done some sort of research with our school and has resulted to coming to study with us, basically.
We're almost going into an hour and 40 minutes. How many minutes do you have for us? No, I mean, it's totally up to you. I mean, how many minutes do you still have for us?
By now, people not tired. I do not tired of hearing that stuff. When
you want to study abroad, you are never tired. We still have more than 1,000 people live with us right now.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we can.
How many minutes can we go?
Let's be going. Maybe we have about some 20 or
normally I share the link so that other people can also join us in the studio. So that time has not even gotten there. So,
okay. Yeah. But usually how long would you do it? How long?
It depends on my guest. For me, I'm enjoying the conversation. We keep on going. Yeah.
Fire it. Let's go.
Okay. So now let's talk about the final interview that got your visa approved. How was the story? And which embassy was it this time around?
It was still in Ghana.
Okay, you came back to Ghana. Now you
Charlie, be careful. Be careful, Fred. I had to come back to my motherland. It's just like the prodigal son.
But you know, people are of the view that they have higher chances if they should go to a different country for the interview. What do you think?
Charlie, that's not true.
That-
That is not true, because when Cote d'Ivoire was becoming a thing, I
yeah.
remember every question they were asking. One of the reasons why they were denying people, I've heard people say that this visa officer told me to go back and apply in my home country.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I've heard people, like, I'm not kidding you, man. Like,
Yeah.
I've heard people saying that. So I wouldn't say that it increases your no. And if I
Exactly.
did one video with Matthew, the graduate admissions counselor from my office,
Mhm.
so this man has had experiences with a lot of visa officers. So
Okay.
he was telling me that there are sometimes these visa officers say that, you know, they are tuned to a certain culture of a certain country where they're working.
Mhm.
And so that has to do with, maybe they know that maybe in this place people can just do a business without certification.
Okay.
They don't really mind. It's a culture for the country, so they're tuned to it. But maybe the country that you're going to, for you to come, you need to come with, when you're talking about businesses that your father owned, you need to come with certification. It is like that. It's part of their culture.
Mm.
And so when you go there and they ask you, okay, your dad is paying this. Can I see the proof that your dad owns this company?
Mhm.
Oh, we don't have a registrar of general certificate. What do you mean by that? Because they don't understand it. But for you, in your country, it's a culture. Somebody can go do something, pay some politician be and something like that, and then start an
Yeah.
office business. But for example, you can't do that in the US. You can't. But then
Yeah.
we're going to me. You can't do it, because
Mhm.
when you do it, you go back. Like, you can't do it. So things like that, I wouldn't say that people have better opportunities. I would just say that it is a calculated risk. You just pray
Okay.
about it. If God opens the door for you, you get it, basically.
Right. So let's so what happened? Did you change the school?
Yep,
What
I
happened in the
did.
university?
I did.
And how long did it take? Uh, um after the first denial in Ghana, how long did it take for you to go to Ivory Coast?
Uh, I think would have probably about
Okay.
about
Okay.
5 or 4 months. Yeah, about 5 or 4 months. So when that also happened, when I came back, I shut down completely.
Mm,
I did shut down because the frustration was just too much. It was just
right.
too much, because I was asking myself that this Cote d'Ivoire woman didn't study moving from Ghana to Ivory Coast. It's not easy. It's not easy, and you will not even consider that.
Yeah.
Consider just one single thing, and you still denied me. So the frustration, I was like, God, I'm done with it. That's fine. So I remember on my birthday, I told my spiritual father that right now my mind is not that. I just want to focus and just do something. Just do
Mhm.
something. So and then my friend was like, bro, don't give up. Don't give up. You see, there sometimes it's just good to have that positive friend in your life.
Yeah,
It
I
is
saw you.
it's very good to just have that person in your life, because there's sometimes you just need that one word, bro, you can make it.
Mm. So after Ivory Coast, how long did it take you to now go for the third attempt?
So from January, also yeah, January, I think I had my visa in September. My no,
Okay.
my interview in September again. So you can imagine, so January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So that's like
Mhm.
8 months.
Yeah.
8 months. And that was when it finally happened. I remember that when I first applied, I told God that, see, I'm not going to be perturbed about this. I'm not going to like force anything to happen. If it is your will, let it be. When I applied first, bro, I got a date in 2024. 2024, I'm like, whatever it is, for some weird reasons, I wasn't even perturbed. I was just there because I'm just tired of it. It's like somebody would say in Ghana, like, it's a dead goods. I don't know. Like those days, like I have no feelings for it, whatever it was. You know what? I went home and I prayed that, God, if it is your will, make it happen. Bro, like 2 days exactly. I went back to sit with my study desk. I opened the CGI portal and I saw that there was a date in 22nd, on one slot open on 22nd of September.
Right.
I was like, no, this will be a flinch. This is a mistake on the embassy's website, because this can't be. This can't be. Forgotten that I've prayed to God about it. I was thinking that when I hit that slot that I want to confirm the appointment, I'm going to get an error message that, sorry, blah, 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 blah. Bro, I clicked that, and then I got an email that, congratulations, you've been able to reschedule your appointment day.
Oh
I
wow.
was like, God, is this happening? And still, I wasn't feeling it. Even my GS 160, I had to finish it about 3 days,
Mhm.
3 days to the interview day, because the lackadaisical attitude was just too much for me. I was just there because I wasn't feeling it anymore. Eventually, the day came. I remember I was wearing my white top, like a button shirt and a black pant and stuff, down to the pressure.
Yeah.
I had just rented a new apartment in Ghana. I'm like, God, I'm not paying another year of advance in Ghana. I told God that, God, if this is your will, make it happen for me. I was paying about 900 and something cities in Ghana for that rent. So I'm like, God, I don't want to go through this anymore. Let me just japa. Let me just go. And that's it. So when I went there, I was like, God, don't let it happen. We started this conversation beautifully. And this woman was asking me the questions. It was a very...
And that's another thing, that when you're being refused by a visa officer, they are not allowed to interview on the next attempt, even if you go to the same interview. So this was another person interviewing you, which is a lady now.
Yeah, it's a lady. But is that a thing actually?
Yeah, that's the thing, that when except maybe when they are short of staff, when one visa officer denies you, even if he's the only person interviewing on that day, they will allow another person to interview you because he has refused.
I've clearly enough, I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming that it's not like when you're booking an interview, the system goes through your profile and assign you to a different visa officer. Because all of you are just in a queue. Whoever is available, you just walk there. You do whatever it is.
The visa officer pick your detail. They know that they've interviewed you before.
Yeah. What I know is that every visa officer that interviews you, the reason why they approve you, the reason why they deny you, they have it written on your profile.
Exactly.
They have it written over there. So it was one lady. We were having also a very good conversation, everything. And at the end, I saw that she took a sticker, was putting it on my passport, and was taking another white sheet. And I was like, oh God, not again. Not again. God, not again. I was literally saying it in my head. And then she was like, unfortunately, I can't approve your visa today. So I should take this document. Not knowing this one wasn't 214. It was 22G. That is administrative process. You get the whole story?
Yeah, so I get it.
I've been through denial, been through administrative process
before I got approval. There's a different twist. And that's what people do not know about. So when McRay talks about, administrative processing, there are actually 3 outcomes of the visa interview. There is approval, a denial, and this happens instantly after your visa interview. And there is another one, which is the administrative processing. In that case, they are saying that, okay, we cannot approve your visa now or deny it now. We want to have further information. There was one of my mentees who actually said that, her father has traveled, to several countries, and now they ask her to come and prove evidence of father's international travel. So what it means is that if she lied, now she cannot go and prove it.
Oh.
So what was your administrative? And I have a whole WhatsApp group for people I've assisted for like half a decade now who went through administrative processing. Some unfortunately were banned because of some reason, and others too got approved. So what was the reason for the administrative processing, bro?
I could tell you that most of the people who got banned, number 2, they provided a fraudulent document.
Yeah.
That it was just that. It was just that. Glory be to God, I had nothing to do with that. Because when they told me that I can't, or the woman cannot approve me at that day, I was just like, okay, whatever it is. However, the woman didn't give me my passport. She never did. So I want to believe that I can't even tell why she put me over there. I just thought at the end of the interview, she was deleting something. So, at the point that she said she just typed the thing and whatever it was. It could also be about my bank statement, because my sponsor at the time too had some sort of money. You understand what I mean about some sort of money? So probably she could have been thinking that it was a forged stuff.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember that when I spoke about the man, this woman literally, like, I could see her computer. She literally went to the website and typed the name of the company. Like, I kid you not, man. She typed, I could see it. I could just see it. Somebody asked, how did I see it? When she did the typing of the company's name, she went to the about the company, right? Glory be to God. And what helped me was that the man's picture is part of the directors on their website. It was an oil stuff, something. So then she turned the computer, was like, is this the man you're talking about? And I was like, yes.
And to show it to you?
I'm telling you the truth. It was like, is this the man you're talking about? It's not like she turned it's not like she turned it like so much, but it's like just tilt it a bit, like, is this the man you're talking about? And I was like, oh yes, that's the man. I never knew that this woman was doing that. So when she did that, and then she just took whatever I did and gave me that thing. So I was like, what happened? Then she seized everything, including my bank statement. Like, the only thing I took back was other supporting documents, like apart from the bank statement, maybe my school certificate, my transcript, or whatever it is. But my passport, bank statement, my I-20, my service fee confirmation payment, the receipt, she took all those things. Even at the time that the I was going for my passport,
Right.
the passport didn't come with the bank statement.
Oh, I see.
It never came with them. So I had to, what did I do? I think when I came back home, I called him out, like, this is what they did and all that. So I actually just prompted him because I'm thinking that they were probably going to call him for investigation or whatever it is. And so I spoke with him, and then I think he also called the bank to let them know that this and that is happening. I'm helping my brother, blah, 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 to do this. So I'm sure that they're going to. So I'm pretty sure that the embassy reached out to the bank, and then they made their whole arrangement, whatever it was. So that time too, I was being skeptical, and then I was researching, and I got to know that there is a certain platform that you can go when they are done with the administrative process, the review, but they've not reached out to you. There's a place that you can follow your progress to know if the visa has been issued or not.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, there's a platform like that. I can just try to find it to you. So what you do is that when you get on that platform, you enter your DS-160 confirmation number. And then when you put it there, you see it denied. That is if they've denied you, if they've issued you not. So about 3 to 4 days time, right? When I finally got the site and I got to know what this is about, then I entered this new one, and they were like, issued. I'm like, no, because that platform, I got it from one Indian group that I joined, and then they were sharing. You know, in India is a large population that a lot of experiences are there. So I was like, this could be a fraudulent thing. Then I went back, I took my DS-160 confirmation, and the past ones, I entered the 2, and it showed denied. But this new one shows that it was, like they actually said issued. Yeah. And I stood up, I was like, thank you for saving me. Thank you, thank you for saving me. Like, I did that.
It's been an interesting, and you know, like, and the anxiety when you're being put on administrative processing, it's so how long did it take before you finally got your passport?
I think it took about 5 business days. It took about 5 business days.
Will you be able to tell what they had wanted to find out? What document did it, your bank statement? What did they
want to believe? So as I said earlier, they took my passport was with them.
Okay.
My service fee confirmation receipt was with them. My I-20 was with them. The bank statement was with them. But this is the thing. This is the reason why I'm believing that it could be my bank statement. Also because when the passport was being returned, it came with the other document.
All right.
Except the, how do you call it? The bank statement. So I'm thinking that probably they made contact with the bank, sent this bank statement to them for them to confirm if this person is a holder of an account. And if this thing is true, does the balance reflect what you guys have over there? So probably the bank didn't return this statement to them for whatever reason it could be, and then maybe the bank just sent an email that, whatever that is on this is true, blah 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 blah, and they just went ahead to now send the remaining documents to me.
Did the bank get in touch with your sponsor too? Because some people and we really want you to go through this process stress-free. It is not worth it to get a ban. You know, it would affect, future travels and stuff like that.
10 years plus, bro.
Exactly.
Why?
The era where you could use any document for visa interview, please, is not worth it. Don't do it. Because if you're being put on an administrative process, and I know a couple of people who have gone through that ordeal, and it's not palatable, right? So don't do it. Don't do it. Like, I see it. Like, don't do it. Bro, it's been a good conversation. With like almost 2 hours now. I really appreciate you.
Sorry, I spoke so long, man.
No, it's absolutely fine. I think we should do this some other time. There's a lot that we still have to uncover. So we are going to have the draw, and when you're being selected, we connect you with MC Ray to go through the process with you. So if you are yet to comment, we are giving you the final minutes to comment. Leave a comment. Once you comment, you automatically join the draw. Let's have like 210 people. We have 7 people commenting now. Click on the like button and then type in the question for today is, what is halting. Okay, let me pull it up. Okay, what is delaying your study abroad applications? Is it application fees? Is it a transcript evaluation? Is it recommendation letters, or any other thing? If you put in a comment, you automatically join. So we have 209 people now, so we need a final comment. Then we have 210. We do the draw, and whoever is selected, we always want to give back. For more than half a decade, our team has been assisting thousands of people. Just that, unfortunately, some individuals will not value your time. And then, when you have a meeting with a person, the individual will not show up. There are instances where we've had opportunity to help people pay their application fees or service fees for them, and yet they will not take the process serious.
Yeah,
And
I've
all
ever
that.
had
So,
that. Yeah, schedule a
exactly. So
meeting with somebody, and then sometimes I have to be sending emails. Are you coming into the
yeah,
meeting? Are
yeah,
you
yeah.
coming into
So,
it?
so that
And
is why right now the Fred Effect team, to be able to get in touch, there has to be a scheduled meeting, which is a paid one, because we are trying to help out. But again, to be able to know, there are some people they are just fascinated about, okay, I want to travel abroad, but they are not willing to put in the work,
yeah,
right?
you got to be
Yeah,
serious
so
with it, man.
and it's painful when you want to spend time and help assist somebody for free or something like that, and the person will not take you serious. So,
Yeah,
and right now, if there's a paid meeting, before you realize, the person will even be at the meeting before you.
waiting for you. Yeah,
Exactly. And
yeah,
if the person is not serious about it, they will not risk their money too. So it's a
yeah.
way of separating people who are very serious about the process from those who are not.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have 226 people. Let's make it 230. And then let's see. Let's get more people. So there are some people, they just joined us. Back home, data is expensive. So I really
Uh-huh.
value it if somebody is able to tune in to such a live session and spending their time to be able to be educated and have insightful session like
Correct.
that. So shout outs to the family at University of South Dakota. Maybe
Kadosh. Shout
one
outs
day.
to them.
What is the mascot?
Coyote.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's have the draw and
Drum
see who
roll, drum
is
roll.
going to be
Who's that gonna
selected
be?
today.
Drum roll. Oh, I see some forgive that I know of.
Okay, so Kingsley Chinonso. I hope I got your
Yeah,
name right.
so I think it's Kingsley Chinon. So
Chinonso. Okay,
yeah.
okay,
Sorry,
okay.
I'm able to know the names because of where I work. So
I see.
I do with that. So Kingsley Chinon. So yeah.
So congrats to Kingsley Chinon. So Kingsley, this is what you're going to do. You're going to send me a direct message on Instagram, and I'll connect you with MC Reed to go through the process. Congrats. Next
Great.
week we'll select another person. It's going to be another live session next week. So congrats, Kingsley, and thank you everybody who entered the draw and shared your thoughts with us. It's been an insightful session, bro. What's your
Yeah.
final comment, and we'll bring it to a close.
My final comment will be that, as I've been saying all along, don't give up on it. Don't give up on it. I wish that this opportunity that we are currently sharing with all of you, I wish it was something that I actually had way back.
Yeah,
So, as you have this right now, number one, I want you to take advantage of it. Number two, you should be very, 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 very serious with it. Number three, don't give up. Don't give up. Distractions may come as a way of denial.
mm-hmm.
For some people, it may come like that. Another distraction could be of promise and failures. Like
Yeah,
they are basically there. It could happen. It could happen. As I said, I've shared some story like that. We
mm-hmm.
even we had to give them shout outs. Shout outs to all of them. Shout outs to all of
Yeah,
them. All those things are bound to. I'm not saying they're bound to happen, but they are likely to happen. But
right.
just to let you know that whatever it is, God has blessed you with a Fred Effect team. God has blessed you with a team from McRay, Sogah. Also, reach out to any of us, whatever help that you need. Just let us know. We are willing to be of help to you because we understand how it feels like. We were once like you, now living the dream that you wished for. So just let us know whatever it is, and I believe that with God, all things are possible.
Awesome. So this is the website which you use to schedule a meeting with McRay. And congrats to our winner for today's draw,
Mhm.
Kingsley Chinonso. Please send me a direct message on Instagram, and then we take it from there. I'll connect you with McRay, bro. I really appreciate your time, and thank you for coming on here to share such an inspirational journey with us. Really appreciate your story. Inspires me, and I know that a lot of people who tuned in has been inspired by your story.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. I really
Thank you too
appreciate
for
it.
the opportunity for giving me the platform to share my story. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. So this has been an insightful session of the Study Abroad podcast with the Fred Effect. If you're new to the family, you're welcome. This is the biggest Study Abroad content platform. On our platform, we share insightful ideas on how you can go about the study abroad process in a more inspiring way so that you would believe that it is possible, notwithstanding wherever you are from, notwithstanding your academic credentials or background, it is still possible for you to do it. Notwithstanding your financial status at the moment, it is still possible for you to do it. The question you need to ask is how. Normally, if you don't know how to go about something, you would think or assume that it's difficult. No, it's not. It's not as difficult as you think. People have been able to do it. People who have done it, they are not more brilliant, taller, or handsome than you are. You can also do it if you set your mind to it. My name is Fred. I am the brain behind the Fred Effect platforms, and we normally are live on Facebook, which is the Fred Effect. It's a verified platform. There are other fake accounts that are trying to imitate the brand, but our Facebook page is verified. We are currently up around 90,000 family members. I don't call it followers because these are family members, and the transformation that this platform has brought to people is immense. You listen to almost every study abroad story and there is a Fred effects mentioned somewhere in there. You go to almost every campus, and when you mention the name Fred effect, it resonates with almost every international student. This is the credibility and the in-depth work we've put in over the years, not to just to just let you know that it is possible, but we have also held people's hands with together with your help. Now I say that when you click on the like button, when you click on the subscribe button, when you watch a video on this platform, you're also contributing to other people's success. Over the years, we've collaborated with other people to, fund flight ticket for a lot of students who had financial challenges when they wanted to study abroad. This is the impact we are making, So be part of the family. Click on the subscribe button, click on the like button. If you know somebody who wants to study abroad, you would do them a massive favor if you tell them to search for the Fred Effects platform on all social media platforms, whether on Facebook, on TikTok, on YouTube, and on X. We know that it is possible. You can do it, and that's why we are showing you how it can be done. So the Fred Effect team has a collaboration with Argo Visa. Argo Visa is a team of former visa officers. And so you want to schedule a meeting with them before you go for your visa interview. This will be helpful so that, you avoid any denials as you prepare for the visa interview. It will be heartbreaking if you get an admission, a scholarship, and you're unable to, land in your dream country or program because you were denied the visa. Talk to a former visa officer to help you. The Fred Effect team over the years, more than half a decade now, have had a WhatsApp group that we assist individuals who are going through the visa process. And this is how you're going to join. You send a direct message on Instagram. The Instagram handle is verified, is over 17,000 followers. It's the same name, the Fred Effect. And then you send a direct message. The team will respond to you. If you are able to share that you have an appointment scheduled, we add you to our platform and you join a whole group of family that is preparing for visa interview to get updates and all that. Now, the Instagram is the quickest way to get in touch. If you want to schedule a one-on-one meeting, you use the link showing on the screen. So it's not difficult to get in touch with the Fred Effect. It has to be that you are serious and willing to do what it takes to get in touch with the Fred Effect. So you can send a direct message on Instagram, or you use the link I'm showing on the screen to schedule a one-on-one meeting. We are the only team that assist individuals with high school and diploma qualifications to apply for a bachelor's degree for free. Now, there's also the graduate application mentorship program that you can also enroll in. My name has been Fred. Please be positive and know that everything will be fine. Congrats to our winner for today, Kingsley Chinon. So please get in touch with me via Instagram and we take it from there. I really appreciate your time and for joining us today. Next week we'll come your way with another session. Please be positive and know that everything will be fine. I'll see you in another session next